the Tuesday primary is upon us. You have over the weekend to turn your ballots in. Might I suggest that you do not turn them in at this particular drop box in the Ballard neighborhood of Seattle. We got a picture sent to us by an undivided viewer. This was the view she got when she went to put her ballot in the mail. A guy who she said was shooting drugs up between his fingers, had his personal belongings strewn all around and on top of the drop box. She said it was right next to the Ballard Library. She called it voter intimidation. She said she called 911. They just wanted to know if I saw a weapon. I went home. I am upset. I saw him inject a needle between his fingers. So I appreciate her snapping that picture to send to us. And I don't know if there's an image that more perfectly illustrates the need to vote for change this election cycle than that image. And it's really that simple. I mean, I think it's this simple for every election, right? You either vote to continue down the path that we're on, or you vote to go down a different path. That's kind of the choice we always face. Do we like how things are going? Or do we want to try something new? And I pray to God that voters in this state are well past wanting to try something new. And we have a tremendous opportunity this time around. We have an open seat in the highest elected office in our state. Thank God 3-term Governor Jay Inslee didn't go for another one. So we have a decision to make. Do we want to elect someone who is another term of Jay Inslee, a 4th term of Jay Inslee in Bob Ferguson, someone who has been lockstep with nearly every policy that Jay Inslee has pushed over the last 12 years? Or do we want to take a little pivot and try something else? I mean, really anyone else. I've endorsed Dave Reichert, but hell, Mark Mullet's a fine option too. I know there are some Semi-Bird supporters out there. I don't think Semi-Bird can win in November, so I don't think that is the best course. But heck, if you're a Democrat, Mark Mullet's a great option. At least he understands that you can't have homeless encampments just strewn all about, and you can't allow the drug overdoses to continue at the pace that they're on right now, and that we have to support businesses so our state doesn't dive into financial ruin as our budget grows bigger and bigger and bigger by the day, and that you can't screw over the middle class when you're pushing climate policy, etc. I mean, it really is that simple, and I guess I struggle. You know, I put out that on social media this morning right before the show because I just could not wait to share that image of the drug user sitting on the floor by a drop box. And somebody said, Brandi, when are you just going to put the word MAGA in your bio? And I'm thinking, what a dumb thing to say. What a dumb response to a picture of human suffering playing out in front of a ballot drop box. Is, Brandi, why don't you just put the phrase MAGA in your bio? It's like, what does MAGA have to do with anything? And this is the line from Democrats. It's like fear-mongering over Donald Trump as a way to avoid taking responsibility or accountability for anything that you've done in this state. Substance abuse, homelessness, crime, lack of affordability. It's like, yeah, but MAGA, Trump bad. Please tell me, people, that we're not that easily duped. And it's like, okay, if it's MAGA, Nicole, can you bring that picture back up? If it is MAGA, to point out that is a picture of a sad state of affairs, then sign me the hell up for MAGA. If that makes me MAGA by pointing out that image is exactly the reason we need change in Washington, then call me MAGA. I really genuinely don't care. And if you are on the side of making excuses for human suffering, go look in a mirror today. The party that has allowed that to proliferate, the party that's apparently fine with a scene like that, is the party that wants you to believe that they have the market cornered on compassion. Well, I reject that with every fiber of my being, and I implore my fellow Washingtonians not to vote for more of that. If you have an ounce of care and compassion for the people living on our streets, for the people overdosing, for the man sitting in front of that ballot box, it is a very simple choice. We continue to be okay with that, or we send a message loud and clear to the party that's been in power for the last 40 years that we're not going to tolerate it any longer.